talk about that.
Well, our next big project, and we started on this a few years ago. But
A project, Ken? A project? Really?
Project? Is that
Yes,
what
thank
call
you. Thank you.
it? You don't know how to speak properly.
Yes, project.
I speak 3 languages: Australian English, American English, and English English. So,
Okay, I just wanted people to know what you were saying. He was saying project, people. That's what
Project.
he interpreting
Okay.
for Ken. Go ahead.
so it's a controversy or controversy. But
Yes.
anyway, this is an incredible outreach. What we decided to do was to rebuild Noah's Ark, the size of the Ark, out of wood as a real-looking boat, 500 feet long, about 80 feet wide, 50 feet high, all 3 floors, filled with exhibits that you walk through. And this is going to be, actually, we were originally going to put it on the Creation Museum property, but then we did the research with America's Research Group and found out, wait till you hear this, they predict they did a general population study, real statistically valid research, and said, you're going to get 2 million people a year coming to the Ark. And they said it's probably going to double the numbers at the Creation Museum. And so we realized we need a lot more parking. And cut a long story short, Interstate 75 is one of the busiest north-south interstates in America. It runs from Canada all the way down to Florida, and it's only 11 miles here east of the Creation Museum. And the Lord has led us to, we now have in our name 800 acres at an interchange right on that interstate. It's an absolutely incredible piece of property. And we've been working on this for a few years. We've got the engineering plans done, the architectural plans done. We raised $3 million for the permits last year. And we're getting those permits. It's very difficult to get permits to build things these days. Just one of the permits alone was 302 pages. That's one of the federal permits. But and we've got designers designing the exhibits and so on. And we're still putting the funds together. But it looks like, I don't know, people say, when's it going to be open? And I can't give a date because it's by faith and it's when the Lord leads, just like the Creation Museum. It was when he allowed us to get it built. But we would love to see this open by 2016.
Well, Ken, let me see if I get this straight. You went to the local authorities and you asked for a permit to build an ark. Is that how that went? What kind of a look did you get when you went in? They said, well, what's the permit for? We want to build an ark. You mean an ark like Noah's Ark? Yes.
Yes.
You have inside
Exactly.
information, sir, that we should know about?
Well, I'll tell you what the response was, okay? Because in a sense, we did that. Well, because this is going to bring so many people into the northern Kentucky area, because the Ark land is actually halfway between Cincinnati and Lexington. Lexington is about an hour to the south, where all the horse farms are.
Yeah.
And so it's only about 40 minutes from the Creation Museum. Well, because it's going to have such an impact on the economy, when we first said we're going to build this, the governor announced it from his office, and it got press coverage all over the world.
Even for those who are not believers, they're looking at it like a theme park.
You got to appreciate the fact that the Ark is going to bring some important dollars into the community.
Hey,
And the research indicates 60% of the people who will come are non-churched.
Yeah, there you go. So,
That's extraordinary.
It's a great
this will be something when someone's actually, I just wonder, I'm not poking fun, Ken. I want you to know, because I'm thinking when someone flies into the airport and they look down, you know how you look down as we're on the approach?
They're going to be able to see it.
You're going to see the Ark from the air.
Yeah.
Depending on where the plane flies, it's possible. It's going to be a major wooden building, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, construction of its type in America. When you think about it, it's going to be 12 foot off the ground. It's going to be equivalent of a 6-story building.
Wow. I tell you what, I would see if I could get some crop circles built next to it. That way, sort of double the attraction, you know what I'm saying? So, no, don't use that idea with your board of directors, Ken. That was just, okay. Thank you.
I just listen and...
Yes, I understand.
Take it all
You're
in.
listening to Wildman, and he's listening to Wildman. That's what he'll tell his staff when he gets through. I had to be on with Wildman. All right.
And listen to their jokes that I've heard 100 times
They're very
already.
lame, but I politely laughed at them. We're talking to